Hey everyone, I'm Danny, and this is the story of how karaoke accidentally took over my life. Before I get started, I do share a house with three dogs and a few cats, so there's probably gonna be some background noise. For that, I apologize, but this is like my 10th take, so just bear with me on it. I've always had a knack for performing. I've always enjoyed it. I did some drama club stuff when I was itty bitty, and then I did some acting classes in high school. And with that, I also did color guard with the marching band, so halftime shows. In the wintertime, I did winter guard, and I've always really enjoyed putting on a show. Um, So I started karaoke in January of 2025. Now I graduated in 2011, so that's about a 14-year gap. Um, it was honestly just supposed to be something fun to do with my sister, but the moment I stepped on that stage and started letting loose, it was like something reignited. Um, I fell in love with that stage again. And after a few months, I realized I naturally am not a singer, I'm a performer. I really enjoyed high energy songs, stuff with big characters, and anything that let me act just a little bit ridiculous on the stage. Um, the software that's used at the venue that I started at, they use Carafun, and on Carafun, there's actually a section of Veggie Tales, the silly songs. And so, knowing, having grown up with it, I went ahead and gave it a try with all the little different characters. And the first time I performed, the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, the crowd at the bar kind of lost it. So I realized then, like, I have a knack for voice acting. I always knew I could do funny voices, but I never thought of it as a real skill until people started acting like that. So later that year, posters started popping up on the venue for a karaoke competition through the United States Karaoke Association, or the USKA for short. I was highly encouraged to participate. First time I performed, I did the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, and that was a 67. To me, since I was still like new to karaoke, especially new to the competition scene, um, that to me felt like a D or a D plus. So I wasn't feeling very good about myself. Um, but the judges said that they liked me and they felt it was like watching Broadway. So I didn't give up. I just played around with it a little more throughout the next year. I did more stuff with character switching and explored more artists that were within my range. One that was actually my idol who kind of started it all, and that is Robin Williams. This year, 2026, I knew the competition season was coming up, but I, didn't know how close it was. So in April, I went looking, and they had a new cup this year. Instead of having everybody and all the genres and all the genders in the same pool, um, they actually split it up this year. Um, at that time, when I was looking through and getting ready to register, they had updated the website, and I saw that I actually came in sixth. And there was about 25 to 30 people there, if my memory serves me correct me. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I just know there were a lot of people here, a lot of last minute registrations. Um, and they took five. They took five to the state finals that year. So I was literally right there on the cuff, which definitely lit a spark in my chest, like a whole bunch of confidence. Um, I registered with Prince Ali. I decided that with this brand new karaoke cup, out of the four categories offered, and once you pick a category, you stick to the category. They have pop, rock, country, and show tunes. Knowing how much I like to embody and kind of role play different characters on a stage, I figured show tunes was going to be my best bet. And I instantly started freaking out because I realized I don't know that many. Or at least any that would be considered serious competitive pieces. Um, Out of these four categories, it's further divided into men's and women's, so the playing field is a lot more level. Thankfully, I had one song that I wanted to use that was considered kind of serious, and that was the 1992 version of Prince Ali with Robin Williams, doing the different character voices with Genie transforming as the parade comes into town. I wish I had a video of that performance because it was really good. It honestly was really good, but that's okay. Some other time I'll post a video of me doing it more recently. Maybe it'll sound or look even better. But yeah, one day. One day. Um, Not only did I qualify with this song, but with my venue, it was a 2 day it was two competitions for going to the same finals. Two competitions, 2 different days. I outscored every guy in every category. I was the high scorer. Now, if you go Googling, because we've had the regional finals there, I am no longer going to be visible. So you can take my word for it or not. I scored a 75. I think I got outdone by somebody who got a 76. Yeah, I think somebody got 1 point higher than me when I did Prince Ali. Man, I should have gone with Prince Ali. Man, so salty about that day. So salty. That's why I'm making this YouTube channel, but I'll get into that more. um, After I saw that like I had gotten the high score for that venue, got into a group chat with all the other competitors, and then they came up with the list of registered, um, the people I'm going to be competing with. I was able to go through and look at their scores and what they qualified with, and after looking at everybody, there was about 15 or 16 of us at the time. I was ranked fourth. So I knew I had a shot at making it to nationals. There was a big shot. Here was the twist, though. I didn't have enough serious competitive pieces, like I mentioned. So I now had 5 weeks, just five, to learn two brand new songs from scratch and try to make nationals with them. It went about how you thought it would. They definitely weren't my strongest pieces I've ever sung. Um, I put in a lot of work with them, but it just wasn't my year this year. Um, I actually got my scores back this week and got to learn a little bit more about how I did in comparison to everybody else. Somehow I did both worse and better than I expected. Every single person there was phenomenal. Like, it was a really good competition. Um, but, you're your own hardest critic. I literally thought I came in last. I could tell exactly where I wasn't sounding right, where I was off, and, ran out of breath at the end of one song. But my round one was Be Prepared from the 1994 Lion King. And I got fourth place. I scored 68.67. Round two, I kind of got in my head a little bit with that song, and it definitely sounded much better at home before I got there. I actually came in sixth. Um, I scored a little bit lower than I thought, but I also don't, I'm not a judge. So I thought I was going to be in the 70s, but I was in the 60s for both songs. The high 60s, but a little lower. But I did much better with my placement. And this time they took the top four. So, Yet again, I barely missed that cut. Um, but honestly, like that was a bad day for me. And so knowing that I had a bad day and didn't have my best performances, I still almost made it to the national championships. Like holy crap. So this upcoming year, I'm starting now to get ready for the 2027 competition season. This year I'm going all in. I'm going to be perfecting a full set of songs that, with the help from my AI, who I use to help me find songs that would fit my vocal range, utilize the voice acting, and also could potentially get me some high scores with the technical difficulty. I have no problem bringing a character to life on the stage. It's more so making sure that I'm utilizing hard songs to kind of like get those high scores. I really want to make it to Vegas next year. I want to make it to nationals. If I can and I do fairly well there, I would love to try for the World Cup. Yes, there is a World Cup. You can look it up. They're actually getting ready to start that. I've been encouraged to go try it out, but I honestly do believe that I need to spend some time perfecting my song list. So that way, when I come back next year, I'm gonna be like full guns blazing. Like, look out. um, so that's kind of why I'm here. Some of the people that I went up against, there was an online voting portion where whoever got the most online votes got to proceed forward. Kind of like, you know, letting the audience choose who they wanted. Some people had over 100 votes from online. I had two. Both of them were from my sister, who's also my voice coach. So, if you're willing to give me a chance, I'd love to show you what I can do, and hopefully, I can entertain you along the way. So, stick around, because by next year, I plan to be a force to be reckoned with. Until next time, hope you all take care. Welcome to my channel, and stay tuned for more.